Hello and welcome to my channel. Today is March 10th, 2021. And what I have for today is Texas May elections. That is right. Now, I don't have every city for Texas, but I do have at least for Austin and one other city. So stay tuned for the end of the video for that. But let's first go to what's going to be on Austin's May ballot. There's going to be I think a total of 8 amendments or things or propositions that we could vote on. Unfortunately, there is no seat that is open. Unfortunately, Proposition A, I think this is going to be the camping ban. Shall the city charter be amended to give Austin Firefighters Association Local 975 of International Association of Firefighters the authority to require the city participate in binding arbitration of all issues in dispute with the association of the city, and the association reach impasse in collective bargaining negotiation. Okay, I was wrong. This is more of a fire union amendment or proposition. So I don't exactly know what's going on there, unfortunately. I need to do more research on that one. However, it's actually Proposition B, the City Code Amendment to prohibit certain activities. You notice how it's written? Shall an ordinance be adopted that would create a criminal offense or penalty for sitting or laying down on public sidewalks or sleeping outdoors in and near the downtown area and the areas around University of Texas campus. Create a criminal offense and penalty for solicitation defined as requesting money or other thing of value at a specific hours and locations, or solicited in public area that is deemed aggressive in manner. Create a criminal offense and penalty for camping in any public area not designated by the Parks and Recreational Department. This is the camping ban, and you should vote for this if you're in Austin. Charter amendment regarding Director of Police Oversight. I think this one she should really vote no for, because I think this is more of the ACAB type proposals. Shall the city charter be amended to allow for a director of the police oversight to be appointed or removed in a manner established by the city council ordinance, with duties that include the responsibility to ensure transparency and accountability as it relates to policing? I thought that's what the police chief was for, to create that transparency. Um, Unfortunately, we no longer have a police chief, and I don't know who our acting police chief is. I know our police chief recently announced that he's retiring, but I think this is going to be a additional layer, additional level of quote unquote transparency and accountability. Then, of course, we have the change of date of mayor elections. I'm actually on the fence for this one. Shall the city charter be amended to transition the election from mayor from gubernatorial election years to presidential election years, providing that the mayor elected in 2022 will serve a 2-year term, and then the mayor election will occur on the same day as the presidential election starting in 2024. I'm actually on the fence for this one. It kind of sucks for the next mayor that gets elected would be only for a 2-year term. But at the same time, the pros would be that there'd be more eyes on there. There'd be more not more competition, but more opportunity to actually vote and actually get our voices heard. So, on the surface level, I kind of agree with this one, but at the same time, it's really our duty as citizens to keep intact or keep track of when our voting elections occur. And I kind of think this kind of goes with more personal responsibility, but at the same time, I'm also not against it because it creates more eyeballs and more opportunities. And although the downside to that is more Democrats will be voting, but also on the same token, Austin probably won't always be a Democrat ran city. We may actually get Republicans in, or at least conservatives, or conservative like minded people. So, I mean, it could go either way. The next one is Charter Amendment to change from a council manager form of government. Shall the city charter be amended to change the form of city government from a council manager to a strong mayor council, which will eliminate the position of professional city manager and designate a elected mayor as chief administrative and executive officer of the city with veto power over legislation, which includes the budget and sole authority to hire and fire most department heads and direct staff, and with no articulate or stated charter authority to require the mayor implement council's decision. So this is more about getting rid of bureaucracy, getting rid of red tape through the city manager. That means when the city council votes to fire the police chief for actually upholding the law, it makes it easier for them to get rid of a police chief or a fire chief or whatnot and replace them with someone that will be willing to play ball opposed to going through a city or the city manager. I'm actually on the fence on this one too. Looking at our mayor, which I'll go into a little bit later, this could be an issue because let's say we have the perfect police chief with 100% transparency. However, they calculate the numbers and a particular group is being arrested more often than not with actual crimes because that they commit. They may deem that to be problematic and they get rid of them, and we get rid of some, or we put someone in place where they look the other way as certain crimes are being held. So, I mean, it's kind of a pro and con, a give and take. I can see advantages to both, but I don't know. Maybe if we actually had a city council and mayor that were worth their weight in salt, I could see giving them more power, but unfortunately, I don't at this time. Charter amendment to add geographical council district. Shall the city charter be amended to provide additional geographic council district, which will result in 11 council members elected from a single member district? I think this one is to, I don't know, maybe add boroughs or maybe, I'm not entirely sure what this means. Maybe adding more people in government. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I thought it might mean to add an extra district, but honestly, the way that these are written make little to no sense, and that's part of the problem. The last one is Proposition H. Shall the city charter be amended to adopt a public campaign finances which requires the city clerk to provide up to two $25 vouchers for every registered voters who may contribute them to the candidates for their city office who meets their program requirements? Absolutely not. If you want to donate your hard earned cash, go for it. I do not want my taxes being paid for being paid to for a campaign. Now I know this is more of a left wing um, issue where if they give people money, they'll be less likely to raise money, and it creates a more fair. But at the same time, this money is coming from taxpayers, and I don't think this is a good way to fund our elections when we have a dwindling police force. But anyways, as you know, it is March 10th. That means that the mask mandate from the governor has technically expired. But however, do you really want to give this mayor, this mayor right here, the power, more power that he already has? Austin to keep the mask mandate but has little in the means of enforcement. That's right. From my understanding is that the mask mandate is still in effect here in Austin, even though governor announced that the mask mandate and it's up to individuals and businesses to enforce it their own person on their property. However, the city of Austin decided to go after businesses that are not following suit by um, making people wear masks. So hypothetically, I could go into a store, any generic store, it doesn't really matter. I'm not wearing a mask. And if they don't tell me to get out, if they don't tell me to wear a mask, or if they do tell me to wear a mask and I refuse to, and they just let me be, they could be fined for me being unmasked. Now, I think this is unfair. I think it punishes businesses, um, but it's kind of torn. I mean, I'm kind of torn on the mask issue because I think masks work. As I said, by the definition of work, it reduces the spread of many viruses. However, they don't prevent the spread; they just reduces it. But however, AG Ken Paxton, as the left likes to say, is currently under federal investigation for the past 50 years. You think by now that they would actually close the case, but they haven't. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton threatened to sue Austin over mask mandate. The city isn't backing down. That's right, our Attorney General's getting involved, pretty much telling Austin fall in line or actions are going to be taking place. Texas Attorney General Paxton threatened to sue Travis County and the city of Austin if the officials don't back down on local orders that continue to require masks, despite Governor Abbott's ending the statewide mandate on Wednesday. Austin and Travis County public official leaders recently announced that they would continue to require masks, even though Abbott forbid local authorities from superseding his orders. County judges can order COVID 19 restrictions if hospitalizations from the viruses rise above 15% of bed capacities in hospitals or hospital region for 7 days straight. Violating the city's public health orders would be a Class C misdemeanor, but the city planned to continue to only enforce the most egregious cases. Mayor Steve Adler said in a video message posted late Tuesday before Paxton's announcement. The decision to require masks or otherwise impose COVID 19 related operation limits the express reservation or reserved to private business on their own premises. It does not rest with the jurisdiction like the city of Austin or Travis County or their local health authorities, Paxton wrote in a statement Wednesday. We have already taken you to court under similar circumstances. You lost if you continue to flout the law. In this matter, we'll take you to court again and you will lose again. Paxton gave local authorities until 6 p.m. to come into compliance with the governor's order, rescind local COVID 19 mandates, and retract related public statements in order stated that would supersede any conflicting order issued by local officials. So pretty much Austin is playing with the playing politics. They think that they know how to run your life better than you do. They think that you're too foolish or too unwilling to follow very sound advice. And they think that we are children here in Austin and we have to be told what to do. So, I mean, unfortunately, year 2022 is still a couple of years away. But however, there is a good news, a rising star. Now I did follow Donnie the Don or Donnie Anthony. Now she is from Arlington. She's probably one of the first people I've actually friended, and she followed me back. And I do comment sometimes on her Twitter feeds, and she does heart them. So when she said that she was running for mayor, I kind of got a little excited. Unfortunately, it's for Arlington. But, anyways, this is a May 1st election. Her website is donnieformayor.com, spelled out because she's not retarded. She knows how to spell. So it is Donnie, DONI, 4FOR, mayor.com. I hope she wins. And I'm making a shout out for her. And hopefully people can get involved and we can take back our cities. Because if we take back our cities, we can take back our state. If we take back our states, we can take back our country. Anyways, that is it. That's all I have for today. Thank you for all that have watched. Comment down below on your thoughts. Smash the like and subscribe button on all platforms. But most importantly, two things. Get out and vote on May 1st if you're in Texas. Your state needs you. And have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.